Well, hello there, Wet Cave of Murderers. This is the Wet Cave of Murderers radio show. I am CrossKnights, and it is the joint cast for Days 6 and Days 7. It has been exactly 1 week since we got here. I'm sure everyone's friends. Fast friends. Anyway, let my dog Mouse, who I've trained to talk in this instance, tell you the names of all those who've died the last 2 days. Good boy. That's right, no deaths the last 2 days. Very impressive, people. I guess all of the stupid people have died, and now only people that know what they're doing are alive. The zombie apocalypse is so Darwinian, isn't it? Now, we did manage to take care of the spike that we faced on night 6. It was a little bit hectic, though, there. We got some ramparts up so that we could build some different varieties of walls. And we got what we dubbed the Uber Wall up, which is kind of like the Great Wall that we built, but bigger. So it kept more zombies out. That went off, but we also did the zombie grater, and we probably should not have in hindsight. The thing is, we didn't want to build a moat. We made this gigantic pit with spikes in it. We could have put a whole bunch of water in it. A few of us were concerned about water, so we figured, we'll hold off the moat till later. But we built a zombie grater, which is, I don't need to describe it, you probably get that. But it took a bunch of nuts and bolts, and because of that we won't be able to more effectively use our defensive items, we've dubbed that defensive focused, or build plumbing, which would, that would give us the ability to refill all of our water weapons very easily. And man, do we need that, because we can hardly leave outside. You pretty much can't leave without a partner now, because the zombies will surround you. The reason, though, is that we probably should have just built the moat is because some jerks just finished it off anyway the next day. No idea who. They ain't talking. So the moat's done, even though it shouldn't have been. So probably would have been good just to go for a defensive focus and made up the defense some other way. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But whatever. We were alive, and we had so much defense that we didn't have any problem the next day, and we're not going to have any problems tonight. Defense is fine. We have about 400 defense, and 350 zombies? Not a problem. We don't even need to do anything today. Of course we're going to, but we don't need to. We drilled for more water, so that's good. I believe we have the capability to drill for even more water, called the Eden Project, as our wonderful neighbors have dubbed. So we'll have water for a while. I'm still just looking at what it is, though. We're not going to have enough to make water turrets, probably ever. And we're going to run out of water in about 5 days, it looks like, even if we get the drilling rig. We could do something called a mega pump. That would give us a whole lot of water. Then we'd last till day 15, maybe even day 18, depending on how well we ration. But this is a pretty bad map right here. This is a pretty bad location, this so-called Wet Cave of Murderers, because there's no water. There's no wetness. It's the dry cave. It's in the damn desert. I thought maybe it'd be in a cave. There's no caves also, by the way. Whoever named this, worst namer ever. He got the word "the" right. I'm sure it's the something. It's the dry cave of, I don't know, haberdashers. No, that wouldn't be accurate either. But we're not murderers. We also don't have a lot of water. I'm just worried is all. We do have a lot of food, however. We have tons and tons of food, and not all of it is human flesh, so that's nice. I was kind of all down with the whole eating human flesh thing, but the more you think about it, the more gross it is, so I probably shouldn't have said it out loud, It's not really something you want to think about. You want to just wolf down the flesh, don't think where it comes from, pretend it's London broil or something, I don't know. Now, yesterday, instead of going on my massive scavenging trip, I actually just went slightly outside of town and searched for crappy materials, because you can still find crappy materials close to town, because we were out of wood. We had no rotting logs left that we could turn into better materials. I went and found 4 logs. That is useful. Hopefully more people start doing that, get some scrap iron, because we don't have enough wood to build the interior wall, which would strengthen the Uber wall. That's a really great defense. But that takes a lot of wood. We're talking, 35 boards or something like that? We just don't have it. We got to get it. Also, my dog, we were able to successfully bring back 2 defensive objects. My dog's out of commission right now. The dog, Mouse, he's still there. He'll never say anything to prove that he's there. And he's looking at me oddly. Yeah, I'm talking about you, and you know that I'm talking about you. But I don't think he's out for desert trips anymore. It seems like the trip was a little bit strenuous. Don't blame it on the steroids. I think the steroids were a good idea. He enjoyed it. I could tell he enjoyed it. He was jacked up to hell, man. It was awesome. But no, just coincidentally, he doesn't appear to be in it anymore. So I guess instead of a guy with a dog, I'm a normal citizen for now. A bad thing, though. We built a scanner and a predictor. This way we can tell when like how many zombies are going to attack 48 hours out instead of 24 hours out. That's very useful. So tomorrow, we've actually got the defense covered for tomorrow, too. I mean, I was bitching about the mode a little bit, but with that and the grader, and if we get the upgradable wall up, that could take place at defensive focus, at least temporarily. Our search tower is almost upgraded. I mean, we're good with defense for the next 2 nights. That's awesome. And I'm getting a little bit claustrophobic here just because the zombies are everywhere. They're everywhere. It is very hard to leave. Well, I'm preparing to try to go out to the ambulance. Due to the storms, we think there might be some more objects that have been uncovered there. There are already 4 of us waiting out there, but I'm going to need a little bit of help waiting through the zombies. I'm hoping my friend Sam will travel with me. We will shoot some zombies with our trusty battery gun, and if we do that, the 2 of us should be enough to make it through. We just got to be careful we don't get separated or walk the wrong way, because it'll be pretty hard for us to be rescued at that point. So I got a faint radio communication from the pitiful highlands. Apparently the Geoshark picked me up to do some due to one of the strange meteorological disturbances in the desert. Apparently our voices will be heard. Admittedly, we're only going to be heard in towns that are probably equally as doomed as ours, but still, it's nice to know that we're not the only humans still breathing. This episode was brought to you by the RON 9001, world's most powerful vacuum cleaner. Can probably suck a man's face off from what I hear. They actually remember the infomercial of this, and they actually showed it like holding an entire bowling ball just by its suction power. Oh, man, I would love to have one of these things in the zombie apocalypse. Oh, I would suck zombies' faces right off. Well, that's about it for this episode. We'll see if I have an episode tomorrow or if I do another conjoint episode. We shall see. We'll see if anything interesting happens. Hopefully no one will die tonight either. And good luck to any other towns that may be listening to this. This is CrossKnights, signing off.